Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to take a look at one of my favorite newer LEGO Jurassic World sets. That's going to be set number 76940, the T-Rex Dinosaur Fossil Exhibition. And this set immediately attracted my attention when it was revealed because it was a really cool, affordable dinosaur skeleton. This set retailed for $29.99 USD or $30 and has 198 pieces, just shy of 200 there, and then two minifigures, Darius, who I'm not familiar with, and then Owen Grady. And this is honestly just a super amazing set. Let's look at those two minifigures real quick and then bounce back to the dinosaur and, of course, the little cart build, and then we can finally take a look at the skeleton itself. The first minifigure we have here is Owen Grady. He remains unchanged since they revamped him during the newer line for Jurassic World. He is the exact same face that they've recently started giving to Star-Lord, which is perfect for Chris Pratt. I mean, it's custom made for him, so obviously it's perfect. He uses the same hairpiece the character has always used. He's got a very nice blue shirt with a brown vest over top, blue jeans with a belt and a little pouch there, and on the back he's just got some traditional shirt wrinkles and then an upset frowning face, which works reasonably well, though honestly I much prefer him with the smiling face here. There are no accessories given to this minifigure, although you could give him the stick that's equipped to the side of the cart if you wish, but I think, honestly, they probably should have given him maybe a map or a walkie-talkie or something, but no accessories. The only other minifigure in the set is Darius, and I'm not familiar with this character. There's also no last name given, so I don't know exactly who he is. He uses Finn's hairpiece along with a very nice scared face, and then he's got a cool yellow jacket. Love that design. There's some kind of dinosaur tooth or claw on a necklace around his neck, and then just some plain blue legs there. And then on the back is a much more smiling and confident expression, along with the hood for his jacket. Pretty cool minifigure, definitely a really nice shirt print, and it's always good to get more faces. I don't have this particular face in my collection, so I'm interested to see if I can use it for any cool customs. Great minifigure, no complaints. In my opinion, the best part about this set, easily the dinosaur. This is a recolored exclusive version of the baby Triceratops mold that we've seen before. The only problems with it is there seems to be some gnarly crack in there, like this block goes in, but you can clearly see straight through. For some reason, the gap here is wider than the actual brick. I'm not sure if that's a flaw with the mold or a flaw with my particular version, but it's still kind of weird. The dinosaur is dual molded, tan on the bottom, sand blue on the top. Love the sand blue color. There's some sand blue spots and printing there to kind of help ease the transition through. On the front, we have the molded face with some very nice white beak and bone designs for the horns, printed eyes, and then no designs on the crest, which is a bit unfortunate. I think maybe if they had done a little more coloring, even if it was just tan or white again, just to kind of differentiate some of the crests from the raised parts, it would have looked really great, but regardless, it still looks amazing. I'm absolutely in love with all the dinosaurs they make for this theme. It's one of the main reasons why I buy some of the sets. Then if you wanted to, you could pull this out and put a minifigure in, or you could kind of take the flat part off, put studs there, and have a minifigure sit on top. Compared to the size of a minifigure, here's what Darius looks like standing next to it. So it is a rather large dinosaur. Really great mold. I'm really glad they're continuing to use this because it is just phenomenal. The only side build is going to be this little cart. It's kind of has wheels. They use these Technic pieces as wheels, but I think they would work much better if they put black studs, 4 of them on each side, and then it would actually look like wheels. There's a little dinosaur egg here under a nice little lamp. There's a tooth and a leaf on this shelf, and then there's a picture of what I believe to be the actual skeleton included in this set. It's the T-Rex head, and I think the tooth that Darius is wearing is actually, oh no, sorry, the tooth that's on here is actually from the dinosaur. It was pulled out and put right there. That's what that arrow represents. And there's a stick right here you can give as an accessory to a character if you want. They can use that to either point at the chalkboard or fend off an angry dinosaur. Nothing too expansive here. This is a sticker, not a print, and there's nothing on the backside. A very simple side build, but it does its job, and it's honestly not that bad. The T-Rex skeleton is, I'd say, roughly about the same size as the mold for the actual T-Rex that they have for Jurassic World, which is honestly about right. The head is the exact same head, just tan and printed with some skeleton designs. The entire model does sit on this very nice stand build. It just has a little grate piece and then a little plaque right here. This is a sticker, unfortunately, that says Tyrannosaurus Rex, 68M to 66M, so I'm just assuming that's the time period when it was alive. And there's only 2 points here that the dinosaur can actually anchor on, which is not my favorite at all. So it does work because you can pull this on and off really easily, but also it slides in the back. I think it would have been so much better if one of these was here and one was in there, so it's like a 2-corner thing, but instead we do have this. So personally, if you're going to be using this a lot, I'd mod it so it has a much more sturdy connection, but it does work for what it is. The dinosaur skeleton itself works reasonably well. The entire thing is cast in primarily tan with some white bone designs as well. There's also a bit of a black underlay. It doesn't look the greatest. We've definitely gotten better skeletons in the past. However, for $30 and what it is, I think this is a rather good skeleton. There's a lot of posability here in the tail. It's on a hinge joint here, so you can move it all the way up to about there if you want, but you can't move it down any further than this. And then the rest of the tail does just bend. Mixel teeth pieces are used to create these spikes on it. Everything else is done in tan, and that works really well. And there's a ton of different articulation, so you can get some really cool poses in there if you want. It's really entirely up to you. There's some hip bones right here that are on hinges that you can move up and down. That doesn't actually really have any bearing on the play feature. It does, though, allow a bit more movement in the joints here for the legs. These you can pull out if you want and then swing forward and backward. So you can have him stand up more. You can have him, like all the way up if you want. That doesn't look the best, but it's something you can do if you really want to. And then there's also some articulation in the actual ankles, so you can move that like that. So really, any way you want to position the dinosaurs, the legs are really posable. And then the part I'm not the biggest fan of, the feet here, it's like this solid black base. And while I get that technically this is the only part of it that's actually part of the dinosaur, I wish they would have just done this in a different color, maybe recast this from black to tan or black to white or something, and then just kind of not had this whole black base, but it still works reasonably well. The claws can be moved up and down, and you can pose them however you want. Honestly, probably the best idea is to leave them as they are. There are ribs, 3 on each side, 2 large and 1 small, and you can bring those up. There's actually a lightsaber piece here that prevents this from going in anymore. Really glad they thought to do that there. Then the arms are posable. You can kind of wave them, like you saying hi, and then the head has full 360 rotation, and you can move it up and down as well if you want. That's pretty much it for the dinosaur. It's very posable, and it looks great on display. I absolutely love this mold and this print, and it's really cool that we got a skeleton because, to the best of my knowledge, we've never gotten this from the LEGO Jurassic World line before, and back in Jurassic Park, this was actually a really iconic when dinosaurs ruled the earth banner, which, side note, I wish we had gotten in the set. But even though it's not directly based on that, it's still a cool Easter egg and nod to something that actually did happen in the first Jurassic World film. Let's take a look at the box and the manual real quick and then bounce back for the final verdict. All right, and here's the box, and it's very interesting. They display the main model of the set as a minifigure down here, T-Rex fossil, along with the baby Triceratops. Very interesting. We got Owen in blue up top there. It's weird. Blue's like half realistic, half Legolized. Very strange. And then you got a picture of the set and everything here. And then spinning it around, it showcases the movability, the posability of the T-Rex, the side builds, the little logo, the sticker piece, I guess, with the information, and then it's got dinosaur mysteriously walked off the platform. We got another dinosaur there. Just kind of showcases things of the sets. Nothing too detailed, nothing too crazy. Still a very nice box. Looks really great. Really shows off a beautiful set. One of my favorite Jurassic Park sets. Here's the instruction manual. It's got the picture of the dinosaur and Darius holding the egg and teaching, or fending off the Triceratops, not sure which in the front. On the back, we have the traditional Windman. We need a parts list. And then, interesting, it's an advertisement for all the other sets, including a Duplo one, which I've never seen advertised before. But it's not advertised by set, just by dinosaur. I want that Baryonyx so bad. I want that Stigmioloch so bad. Like, I want the dinosaur so bad, but the sets are so expensive. Ugh. And then we also have, oh, here it is. There's an advertisement for the actual sets, and then nothing else. Pretty basic instruction manual. Overall, I'd say this set gets a solid, let's go with a 6.5 out of 10. This is a very good representation of a T-Rex skeleton, and it captures inadvertently an iconic scene from the first Jurassic Park movie. You get 2 great minifigures and a decent side build. However, this feels the most juniorized 4+ out of any non-4+ set. Like, when I look at this, I don't know if it's the big head mold for the dinosaur, just the way some of the build techniques are, but I just get a 4+ vibe, even though this is not a 4+ set, and that is bringing the rating down a pretty bit. Also, I think for $30, they probably could have included a 3rd minifigure, because, I mean, Owen comes in literally every set, and Darius I don't think is exclusive either, so it would have been really nice to get even just a random museum civilian, just another figure. I think probably would have made this set a hell of a lot better. What we do have, though, is great, and if you enjoy dinosaurs and you like having a cool display model, this set is definitely worth it for $30. I think it's a reasonably fair price, especially because you are getting the molded dinosaur baby and the molded head, so those do increase the price a bit, so I think $30 is a fair asking price, and I'm definitely not upset I bought this. I think I'm definitely going to keep it built and put on display, and it'll look very, very good, and it's a nice talking point as well. That's really all I got for you guys today, though. Please make sure to leave your thoughts about this set and the rest of the Jurassic World theme in the comment section down below. Make sure to stay tuned for the very next video, guys, and have a fantastic and safe rest of your day.